Yo, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to my channel. It's your boy Eugene. I wish I could say I hope everybody's doing well, but in reality, everybody's not doing well. People still laid off, losing jobs, losing loved ones, vice versa, struggling to pay bills. But, I want to talk about tonight. In America, you're supposed to be presumed innocent until proven guilty. So, with that being said, that doesn't apply to everybody. A lot of the laws and rules and regulations in this land don't apply to everybody because a lot of these laws and rules of this land were created by people centuries ago that don't look like me. And when that system came into place, that wasn't with everybody else's well-being in mind, right? So, here it is, 2023. America gained its independence from Britain on July 4th, 1776. So 200 some odd years ago, right? We're supposed to be the greatest country in the world, where we have the most opportunity, the most freedoms, all that good stuff. But in the reality, and before I even get into what I'm about to say next, you're going to have people who disagree. You're going to say, oh, well, if you don't like it here, then just leave. Let me tell you something. People say that the only ones who aren't immigrants here are the natives. That's partly true. What I need y'all to understand is, if you look at the globe and you look at the 7 continents, right? They look like scattered puzzle pieces. So at a point in time, Earth was, had one big landmass called Pangea. And when the asteroid or the comet came and hit Earth and killed the dinosaurs, right? That's what broke up that landmass. So, civilization started in Africa, right? It's been proven. It's been documented. It's a fact. Which means, Africa's the motherland. Black people are literally on every, well, I don't know about Antarctica, but black folks were literally pretty much everywhere. South America, North America, Europe, Africa, Asia, Australia. So, but we're not a savage people per se. We're a calm, peaceful people. Do we have some ignorant folks in my community? Yes, but we got ignorance in every community. But we don't go around saying we're superior to everybody, right? But in that aspect, if you notice, when you have a black man who has a baby with a white woman, or a white woman that has a baby, or a black woman that has a baby with a white man, that baby usually comes out black. Again, this is not me trying to say we're superior, because I'm not about that. But the genetics, the genes, that black gene is pretty damn strong. You'll say, oh, well, my son is mixed, my daughter is mixed. But the thing is, a lot of people, when they see your son or your daughter, they see them as black, regardless if the mother's white or the daddy's white. So your children, those of you who are, interracial marriages and relationship had babies, those of you who aren't up to code and up to speed on how the world really works, some of you try to shield your children from these things. Now, I get it, younger ages, you want them to be kids. I get that. But then it gets to a certain point where the gloves got to come off and you got to be honest. Because at times when you shield your children too much, you actually do more harm than good. You mean well because you don't want them to be upset or sad or stressed. I get that. But it gets to a point in time to where you need to let your children know what they're going to be up against in life. I don't have a problem with interracial relationships because I've been in interracial relationships. The problem that can arise from that is if you're with somebody, if you're a white person and you're with a black man, a black woman, you see what happens to black people. With the police brutality, the injustices, the discrimination, it's real. So my thing is this: if you're going to take that step with that man or that woman, that black man, that black woman, are you going to rock with them through everything? If you know that person, they don't go out causing problems, they're not doing drugs, they're not stealing, they're not killing, are you going to rock with them through everything? Because there might come a time where a cop might pull them over, and the cop might mistake them for somebody else, or the cop might think they have a gun and is ready to shoot them. Are you going to ride with that person through it all? Or are you only going to love them behind closed doors? Or are you only going to love them when it's convenient for you? Because when you love somebody and they've been nothing but good to you, or good to you for the most part, you rock with them through everything unless they give you a reason not to. Don't twist my words. I know some of you, those of you who are watching, and you may not agree with everything I'm saying. I'm sure you done twisted my shit already. Don't do that. I say what I mean, and I mean what I say. It's 2023. Jonathan Majors. I mean, I just recently learned of him, but, you know, it's from what I've been seeing, he has proof that his girlfriend or ex-girlfriend, he didn't harm her. And then she out in the club having fun, living it up. And then this man that lost all sorts of movie deals and endorsements and all sorts of things. He hasn't been charged with anything. These are allegations. Now, obviously, if he did it, then he gets what he gets. But the fact that this woman lied, and it's mighty crazy to me that it's been proven that she's been lying because he has the receipts. Now we got all these other women coming out of nowhere. So for whatever reason, the big dogs want him down. And he just really started to have his big shine. But when Big Ben Roethlisberger, and I don't have a problem with Ben Roethlisberger. I like Ben Roethlisberger. But when he did what he did to those two women, you know, paid them off, he still got to play and he got to live. Those of you who don't know, he forced himself on two women. I don't want to say that R word, but you know what I'm saying? But he got to live his life. He didn't miss, I don't think he really missed any time from that situation. Kicker Josh Brown. Well, I don't know if he's still in the NFL, but he was a kicker for the New York Giants. Beat the shit out of his wife. Got swept under the rug. Chad Wheeler, most recent. He had a black girlfriend, and because she wouldn't bow down and worship him or something like that, he beat the hell out of her. That gets swept under the rug. Dana White, owner of the UFC, slapped his wife twice. Nothing really happened to him. Brett Favre. It was a part of a scheme that robbed the state of Mississippi, which is the poorest state in the nation, of millions of dollars. He gets pretty much a pat on the wrist. It was proven that he was involved in it. No prison time. He didn't lose a thing. Ted DiBiase Jr., the son of $1 Million Man, those of you who follow wrestling back in the day, he was in on it. I'm waiting to see what happens with that. So Mississippi is already the poorest state in the nation, but you have these rich white guys who want to embezzle funds and steal funds from a state that really desperately needs it. So it's crazy how we talk about that America's equal and fair to everybody, but yet each and every day there is something, even things that haven't made it to social media or you know what I'm saying, or even Fox or CBS or CNN, NBC. There's so many things that occur each and every day. There's something probably occurring right now. There's no probably about it, right? I'm not from Missouri, which is the show me state. But I'm at a point now, America, if it's supposed to be fair for everybody, show me. What you're showing me is that some people still have them silver spoons in their mouth and they haven't really had a dose of reality yet. Many people live in a fairy tale. And when you try to let them know they live in a fairy tale, they get offended or they feel attacked. And it's not that you're trying to attack anybody. You're trying to let them know that, hey, you haven't had to deal with shit that I had to deal with. Am I the only one in the world that has problems? No. Are black people the only ones in the world that have problems? No. Everybody has problems. But there are problems that black people endure that nobody else walking on this planet will ever have to endure. Because the reality is, we get shade and disrespect from everybody. There are times I go in stores that are owned by Asian folks. I walk in, it's like they see me and they're just watching me like a hawk. It's like they don't take their eyes off of me until I buy something or till I leave. Now, I'm not a thief. If I need something, I go buy it. If I can't afford it, I don't get it. It's that simple. You know what I mean? But some people, matter of fact, let's go with this. Some people have lived most of their life or all of their life and never encountered a black person face to face. They've only seen us on TV, in a movie, or in a show. And depending on what show it is, that's how they get their perspective. If they seen Love and Hip Hop Atlanta, then they're going to think a lot of us are ratchet and hood and ghetto. You know what I mean? All of us ain't hood and ratchet and ghetto. I got the hood in me. I can get ghetto if need be, but I try not to do that because I have a mother and a grandmother that raised me very well to carry myself like a man and carry myself well in society, right? So I try not to get ignorant, but I can be if necessary. But if you respect me, I respect you. You love me, I love you. It's that simple. You disrespect me, I disrespect you back. I'm not one of them people that just likes to let everything slide. Now, certain stuff, small stuff, yeah, I can let it slide. But if you get too disrespectful, I can't just let you do that because at that point you feel comfortable enough to keep walking all over me like a damn doormat, and that's not going to happen, right? But with that being said, America, I had a conversation with somebody I met. She said she didn't see her first black person until 2015. So it's 8 years ago. And she's a few years older than me. She's from Maine. So you have people in certain states that never experienced a black person live and up in front, up close. So, you know, when you talk about a prejudice, you know, you get the media gives out these preconceived notions or certain shows that some folks literally think we're all like that. I met one woman. A black man had forced himself on her, and she, you know, obviously it was very traumatic for the lady. And she pretty much told me that since that black man did that to her, she don't trust any black man. And there's millions of us in the country, in the world. You can't literally honestly think that every black man is going to force himself on a woman. Men from all cultures do it, right? But you have people with small mind frames, closed mind, you know what I mean? It's insane. But to each their own. We got to do better, people. I don't want to make this video too long. Like, subscribe. I keep it real. Love y'all.